You stick out when you're a black girl playing on the polo field. Can I get that one? That one. I have to say it's definitely my love for the horses, because I'm in love with horses and fascinated by them, and my friends say I'm like part horse because I'm literally always on one. So it's, what the animals give us, and the understanding of the game, and it's just, I think it's definitely the horses, and as you can tell. I went and met my coach, David Anderson, and I had been, dabbling in it when I was in Nigeria, but always getting, girls can't play, this is not what we should be doing. So when I went to England, everyone was so open-minded, and I met my coach, and he's rather straight talking, he'd come out and say like, oh, fancy a black girl coming to play polo, this should be fun, so it was really, and I'm like that, I'm very humorous, and so he'd stopped teaching David, and David's quite old, and he turned out to be like my second father. He practically raised me, and he obviously my parents raised me, but David raised me in polo. And even when my parents had issues with me playing, David was able to give me lots of opportunities to still not have to stop playing. He gave me a deal where I could go out and muck the horses in exchange for keeping my horses there. And, so he really helped a lot. It's important to remember people that help you along the way, because now it's a lot easier to play, and I always, every time, talk about David, and it's why I say to people, you could go to a polo club and say to them that you're interested and you want to, perhaps try the sport, and you never know, someone could give you the same opportunity that I got. I'm starting to learn that perhaps that my story does inspire other people. Previously I used to be quite shy with talking about my life or people being interested in me because I was different on the polo field, but for something I love so much and I believe in, that it's such a great sport, and if my story can get more people to come into this sport, then it's job done.
Yeah.
Actually, in America, it is, like in Florida, for example, it's a polo state. The problem we have is that we need to have a lot of land to play polo, so usually polo tournaments are held quite far away from the city. And so it's difficult to get people to come out because they have to completely go out of their way to get there. That's why we want to, host stuff like Polo for a Cause, and a lot of people are now trying to bring polo closer to the people. 2 weeks ago we played on the beach in Miami and right on South Beach, and for example, that beach polo is getting a lot of people to raise a lot of interest in the sport. And the snow polo in Switzerland, and just bringing the sport closer to the people, is because it's a really fascinating sport. It's just far away, but everyone in America especially is so welcoming, and we have this, everyone has an idea that it's just really elitist sport and whatnot. But polo players I find are really welcoming, and I think that people should go out and try it and watch it, and we might change your mind. Polo for a Cause is going to be on the 22nd of June at the Atlanta Polo Club. It is to benefit Ride to Shine, which is my charity. Ride to Shine, I teach African orphans to ride and play polo, and it basically just opens them to more opportunities in the world. it's sort of Polo, of course, the Atlanta event's going to be the first one, and we plan for it to be a series where we go to different cities and we host various Polo for a causes, and we benefit different charities. So after this first one, we're going to be working with a host of American charities and helping out some good causes. Right to Shine is my baby. It's my charity. I don't like to call the kids orphans, but I guess when I'm explaining it to people, because you're really my kids, we teach African orphans to ride and play polo, and we don't accept donations at the moment, which everyone really asks me, like that's rather odd. And with Polo for a Cause, we're not accepting we're not doing a fundraiser. It's completely an event to raise awareness about the sport and the kids and open doors for them. And my experience with polo, I mean, I got to play in so many countries and have friends from around the world. I travel on my own all the time because I have friends that become family in so many different places. And I wanted the children to have that same opportunity, because I don't believe that your background should determine where you're going in life. And where I come from in Nigeria, it's a lot that's the case, where we sort of forget about the people that have-nots. And there's a Latin word called, I wouldn't be able to say it properly, it's nobili obligis or something like that. Basically means nobility obligates you to help other people, and that's the way it should have always been. I have no idea.
No idea?
I'm very curious to see that as well. What do I think? Niku, what do you think? I'm very curious to see what it would be. I just hope that I get more people into it. And what I really would like is, I have a lot of friends that, again, people have the wrong image of polo. It is when we play, the people that come and watch it, the hat wearers and the champagne drinkers and everything, but the sport of polo is, I have some female polo players that are great players. I mean, Hazel Jackson is really amazing players, and they struggle because, there's a lot of men players that get more jobs, and I guess women never get to that peak.
Right.
And if the attention on me can help friends of mine get more sponsorships and more brands aware of the sport of polo, then I think I've done a good job. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Ooh, I have 5 favorite movies.
Wow.
5 favorite movies. And they're rather aggressive movies. I love Pulp Fiction. I love Scarface. Godfather 1, 2, and 3. 5.
That is like the best top 5 I've ever heard.